Impromptunes acknowledges that this podcast is recorded on the traditional lands of the Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging and celebrate their enduring connections to country, knowledge and stories.
Impromptunes, 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 imprompt. Do you hear the people improvising?
Good people of the world, thanks for tuning in to Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. Now here they are, the cast of Impromptunes.
Hello, it's me, Morgan Phillips, and this is Impromptunes, the completely improvised musical podcast. I'm here with Emmet Nichols.
Yeah.
I'm here with Teresa.
What's up?
I'm here with Jacqueline on the keys. And I'm here with, thanks for adding a sound in for Jake,
It's
Teresa. I'm sure he really appreciates it, actually.
That pregnant pause
So
in the pod.
busy.
You can tell that's the sound he was going to make. He's just gonna,
We have like a real close link, and I felt that come through the keyboard into me.
I've also got Jacqueline Irvine on the tech desk / the hype person for tonight. How are you, Jackie? She can't say. She's locked away. Here we are, we're recording an improvised musical podcast for you all, and it's occurred to me Teresa was telling us a story. She's going home for Christmas.
Woo!
How exciting, Teresa.
I'm so excited about it.
I just blows my mind. It's like, pretty soon we'll be able to go anywhere for Christmas. That's nice.
You can go anywhere now.
Are you going to park the car when
we
you
actually,
do?
the problem is that me and Emma actually can't go home to see our families for Christmas. So
But we can go see Teresa's family.
yeah.
You are all
In a different
welcome.
country.
Yeah.
You guys are so welcome.
So just let us live vicariously through you for a second.
Yes.
Let's go through this whole Christmas process. What's it going to be for you?
Okay, so I'm going to fly for 24 hours, not straight, but
yeah, tell me
almost
about
straight.
Well, if you don't fly straight, how are you going to get there?
Hey! Whoa!
Still going. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. No, it's funny.
Thank you.
Then I'm going to get there. I'm going to sleep for a few hours. Then I have to go shopping. Then it's my cousin's
Yeah.
wedding. Then I'm going away. Then I'm coming back. Then I'm doing more shopping. Then I'm having Christmas. And then I'm
Where you going
flying
back
back.
to?
What does the Christmas look like in your family? What do you guys? What is
We
it?
have, you know what? This is a great question because they've just brought in a new game since I've been out the country. And it's that one where everyone puts like a cheap present in and then you take the present and then other people can steal the present.
Oh, yeah.
Nasty Christmas.
Yeah,
Bad Santa.
I hate it.
I
My
love
mum
that
told
game.
me, I knew you would. It's like
Well,
werewolf with
It's
presents.
chaotic. It is a pretty messed up game if you care, but if you don't care, it's fun.
I think my problem is I always care too much,
Yeah.
and so I get way too emotionally invested.
Are they wrapped presents or unwrapped?
I think you wrap them, then unwrap
It's
them,
part of the okay.
and then you can do it. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and not be emotionally invested in it because if someone takes the thing that I want, I'm gonna be so angry.
We played that at my old school. I won't name the school for legal reasons, but it was like a lot of, sort of mum types, like a lot of mums worked at the school.
Yeah.
And, without wanting to comment on anything in particular, I think perhaps some of them needed a little bit more excitement in their lives. And so we played the Yankee Swap game, and all the presents were wrapped. And the way that we sort of made our presents stand out, and it wasn't me, but a lot of people made them either phallic or buzzing. And
Oh,
so
you're joking.
these mums were like fighting
Buzzing.
tooth and nail over the buzzing one or the long one. It was very suggestive.
Oh wow! So it's
love
dirty
that.
Yankee game.
Yeah, I ended up with the buzzing.
And he hasn't
Classic
left home
Emmet.
in months.
He always stealing fun out of old
I've
ladies.
worn out 3 since then.
Great. Well, talking about being mean and taking the fun out of things, we're about to do a completely improvised
But it's
musical.
going to be a horrible one.
It's going to be a bad one.
full of
We're going to make
spice.
sure it's going to be terrible for you.
I look forward to it.
The way we do that is we get a title from you, the listener, given to us on our social medias, on our websites, however you want to do it. You give us a title anytime, but sometimes we do call-outs as well. We've got a bucket that we call the Bowl of Destiny, which we put all the titles into with varying degrees of handwriting prowess, and then we will draw one out immediately. We will draw one out and immediately turn it into a musical right before your ears. And the one I've just drawn out now, man, this is something else. It's I Once Was an Ant by Rebecca Lowe from Instagram.
I love it so much.
I once was an ant.
It's not an aunt, it's an ant, just to be clear.
So a British
I once
ant.
was an ant. No, like a literal walking
Yeah,
creature
it's
ant.
American
Yes.
ant.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure.
So British ant, American
Well,
ant.
I think
as well.
I think universally in English ants are called ants. But I see what you're saying.
No, because
You can
my
have an
Aunt
aunt,
Morris.
you can have an aunt or an ant, but like the ant is the same.
Ant is always
Yeah.
ant, yeah. But
It's
sometimes
the one
aunts
thing
are
that-
also ants.
It's the one thing that aligns us universally.
Well, thank you, Rebecca Lowe. I once was an ant. That title threw me. That doesn't happen that
I'm
often.
so excited.
Yeah, I'm buzzing for
Morgan's
it.
mind looks bloated.
Did you say you're buzzing for it?
I'm buzzing for it, like a present
Oh.
wrapped in a phallic
Yeah,
shape.
like a dirty
bee.
Yankee
Or a bee.
present.
All right, here we go. For the last time ever, I once was an ant.
The greatest Pharaoh in all of the earth is the wonderful King Butt. The greatest Pharaoh in all of the world that the world has ever seen.
Recently elected
Oh.
into this position. Everyone is here just to worship him.
Butter him up, he's the new King Butt. 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 Chosen by the people of Egypt. He's the first one in by an election.
Yes, we're all so excited to see this first elected Pharaoh of democracy.
Butter him up, he's the new King Butt. Butter him up, he's the new King Butt. Butter him up, he's the new King Butt.
Butter him up,
And here he comes.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, mighty!
That went great. Thank you. Oh, man. My first speech went so well.
You were incredible, Pharaoh.
Ah, Thank you, Jysen.
Thank you, King Butt. You have brought new faith to all of these filthy peasants.
Oh, no, but Jysen, don't call them filthy
Of
peasants.
course. As a long-serving member of the Egyptian aristocracy, it is hard for me to get my head about your promotion over mine, but it is such a glorious time.
I know,
King
it
Butts.
must be hard for you, Jysen. I remember when we were in school together, and I was just a peasant at the school, and you're one of the aristocracy at the school.
You were my pencil holder.
I was. I enjoyed it very much. A very good position.
And the papyrus levitator was... You had a crush on her, didn't you?
Oh, yes, papyrus levitated Levi.
Levi, yes, she was a beauty,
Yeah.
and I must admit I thought about dabbling there myself. But, of course, I'm glad that I did not sully something that you would want, my great and powerful King Butt.
Don't even worry about it. Jysen, that's all in the past.
Even if you don't remember my name, I
It's
am
just a
but
hard name.
but a shell under your feet on the
I keep
beach.
trying to relate it to some of the peasant names around, like...
Think about a vacuum cleaner, which is primarily what I am for you now, as I sweep up all your, problems.
That's very good, Jysen. Very good. I'll use that to remember that name.
The people love you, Sire
Of
Pharaoh.
course they do. They voted for me.
Because you are the people, and you have given them so many rights. Even though you've just made your first speech, you've written out some, parchment about this and that, allowing the slaves a day off a week.
Yay, I can have a day off!
Well, that was a big important one for me.
Why?
If I had a day off myself when I was a peasant, I could have gone to my father's funeral.
But then, oh God, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Here's the thing, King Butt. He was a good man. But, King Butt, perhaps that sad memory is what made you as strong as you are today.
Wow,
I mean,
Jysen.
if you could go back in time and change that one experience, just think where you might be. You were once an ant. You are now a pharaoh. But if you had gone to that funeral, who knows?
Oh, here I am, 16-year-old me, but not King Butt, just Butt.
Why are you saying that? Why would you say that you're a king?
I'm sorry, Jysen.
Hold my pencil steady.
Look, I'm just really glad that the Pharaoh ass has decreed that we can all have a day off.
One day a year, yes. To my mind, it is folly, of course. One day off a year, it's just too much freedom for these slaves like yourself.
And what terrific happenstance that mine happens to fall on my dad's funeral.
I'm so happy you can go to your dad's funeral, Butt.
Levi, thank you.
Go a little lower for this conversation. It's interfering with my exam
We'll just
writing.
go a little bit lower.
Go lower.
Okay, let's just get a little bit down there.
Do you ever notice how
I can still hear you. I can still hear you.
Jysen's voice sounds really high-pitched from down here?
No, the lower you go, the higher
Like-
you sound.
I can still hear.
Yeah, something about Doppler effects or
I
something
know,
like
it's
that.
like
Actually, I don't know that I can hear you anymore.
Let's go a little bit lower.
Lower still.
Down under.
And the pi square root of 3
He
is
does love
8.
to do maths out loud, doesn't he?
Spiked maths.
Yeah, look, hey, Levi. I was just wondering if, this might be a bit forward, but do you want to come to my dad's funeral with me? It's like a date.
Oh my. Oh.
I know we only got the one day off, but this could be both our day off.
Well, the paper levitators, papyrus levitators union said today was our day off, so that's perfect.
Wow.
I thought you'd never ask me.
Well, I didn't know my dad was gonna die in that tragic apple accident.
I didn't mean to your funeral,
Cut
but
to the apple accident. Well, this apple is very good.
oh, let me put it in my
Careful
mouth.
though, it is 100 kilograms.
Ah!
No!
My dad! Why did he pick up that giant apple?
It's amazing how many people are dying due to giant apples these days.
But we should stop making them so big. You know, if I was king, I'd immediately stop people from making such big apples.
Back to the present. And, of course, King Butt, I know very little about what you want, but I have made sure that your royal decree that all apples are banished from this here Cairo.
Thank you.
Although there was one apple that was unaccounted for in the stockpile.
No.
Yeah, so all of them were regular in size, but there was one that we couldn't find, which, ironically,
It's so
was
big.
the biggest one.
Jeez, Jysen, I like to think the best of you, but sometimes, I mean, it's a giant apple.
Please whip me. Oh, wait, you don't do what I ask anymore. Sorry, it's
No.
really hard for me to get my head around that.
No, that's okay. I don't really do the whipping thing either.
Oh, really?
It's not really me.
But I feel terrible about...
I could admonish you verbally.
Oh, sure.
You lowly worm.
Oh, I'm just going to
You
get a bit
suck.
lower to the ground
Yes,
while you
please.
insult me.
You lowly worm. You are nothing.
Oh, no, I'm lower than a worm. I'll go lower still.
Boy, you suck so much, you tiny man.
Can we just try something? I'm going to stand on the chair and let you admonish me from there.
Okay, look, I think you suck completely.
You are completely right, King Butt.
Well, I'm glad you got off that chair.
Yes, me too. I felt out of station. Anyway, you were saying about your time with Levi.
Yeah, well, back then,
Back then.
if I had gone to my dad's funeral, this is what I imagine would have happened.
Funeral.
I'm glad that she finally agreed to your date after all the begging and scratching of the pencil onto my leg, writing, "Please let me ask out Levi." You finally did it. And she said yes.
Yeah, well, thanks, Jysen. I'm so glad that you're,
Look, I had a little bit of a crush on her, but her sister Levi is much more appropriately attired.
I can see why you find Levi
Oh,
appealing.
yeah, she is
Oh,
nice.
hey, baby.
Hey, baby, I'll see you later for some sloppy time.
It's the elongated vowels. I think that's what I really like about him.
Anyway, but just don't get distracted, okay? Because you need to make it to your father's funeral. It's very important.
I know. I'm gonna get to my dad's funeral.
You're always going on about how
So
important.
much is riding on my dad's funeral.
I mean, sure.
Coming up for so long. They say that death is the greatest aphrodisiac. But those people, I call them a bunch of crazy maniacs. Because I miss my dad and I love Levi. But then when I go to the funeral, I wanna kiss and I wanna cry. Whoa, a date at a funeral. Oh, a date at a funeral. I miss my dad, I love Levi. I'm gonna kiss, I'm gonna cry. Whoa, a date at a funeral. Man, I remember when my dad used to take me for a walk around the Nile. I'm gonna take Levi to those same spots and we'll make out for a little while. And I remember when my dad used to take me by the hand and say, "Son, you can do anything." Well, the anything that I'm gonna do is Levi, and I can't wait to see what tomorrow will bring. Whoa, a date at a funeral. Yeah, whoa, a date at a funeral. but miss my dad. I love Levi. I wanna kiss and I'm gonna cry. Whoa, a date and a funeral.
Wow, this is such a sad day. Oh no. I don't want to hug right now. I'm filled with sadness.
Wait, Levi, I'm filled with sadness too, and I miss my dad so much. You can see the tears rolling out of my eyes.
I'm incredibly confused because
it's not like I don't understand why this is so hard to understand. Like, this is both a date and a funeral.
You know what, Butt? You're not the guy I thought you were.
No.
But who takes a girl for a date at a funeral? Who tries to mix sadness with gladness? Only a crazy person. I never want to see you again, but it's over. All your chances with me are dead.
No, Levi.
But
no.
King Butt, without your Pharaoh Queen Levi, what would you be?
You're right.
She was your greatest advocate amongst the people. She had the connections.
She really got me the East Side vote.
Absolutely. I mean, you were like a tale of two cities. You two came from the west and the east of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And without her,
she was really like you said, we were all ants, us peasants, and she was
the queen
She
bee.
was my queen ant.
Oh, queen ant.
Queen ant.
Oh.
Ants have queens too, did you know?
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, this is not something you learn in the aristocracy. We only think about the high carnivores.
Like birds.
Birds, hawks, eagles.
Yeah.
You know, big
That kind of
dogs.
thing.
Big dogs with human bodies. Big cats with lion heads.
Apex predators. That's the one.
You know. With the other guy who starts with an N.
Oh, yeah, we know them all. Obviously,
It'll come
ancient
to me.
Egyptians, we know
Of course,
them all.
yeah. I just have had too many
Absolutely.
grass wines tonight.
Hey, look, anyway.
Anubis.
Anubis, you got it.
I knew I'd get there. Sorry.
Anyway, it was such an important element, me and her hooking up, and I imagine if I went to my dad's funeral and turned it into a date, I wouldn't have.
Absolute cock block. Pardon the
Poor
language.
16-year-old me had no idea what he was doing.
No.
You know? And so I'm glad we didn't meet until we truly hook up until we were 26.
Wait, you're glad that you didn't?
Yeah, because I knew.
In this alternate reality that we're
No, in real life.
Oh.
I hooked up.
Oh, because you didn't take her for the date at the funeral. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you let
But
the
if I
love-
had gone to the funeral,
Gotcha.
well, this is what would have happened. Oh, hey, Levi. Hey, Jysen, you guys did hook up. I see.
Yeah, and we're so happy, creepy Butt.
Yes, of course we are, my dear. She's very strong-willed.
Yeah, Jysen, I can see that.
I thought that maybe I could, have a certain way over her as I used to when she was my papyrus levitator, but ever since that one day off that year, remember you and I went down to the Nile and had a little naked swim together?
We did.
And then you hid my clothes from me and really got angry and ripped them to shreds.
I did. I said, no more clothes for you until you sign this contract making us both equals.
Yes, and you said that I couldn't possibly ever do anything sad and sexy at the same time unless it was on your terms.
Totally. No sadness and sexiness together ever.
And I felt pretty sad at the time, but also I like to be dominated. So, I didn't mind.
Accidentally it was also sexy. So that caused some trouble.
Can I get you some grass wine, my love?
Yes, of course you can.
Okay, I'll go get it now.
Yeah. So, Jason's gonna be running for Pharaoh.
What? Jysen?
Yes.
Jysen hates ants and peasants.
I know, well, I still can't run for Pharaoh myself, but I need someone to support. Someone who I can mold or help to be the man of the people, to let us rise up to change things here in Egypt.
Oh,
And I thought that guy was gonna be you, Butt. I thought you were the guy who was meant to be my partner. Someone I wouldn't have to dominate or speak over. But then you brought the weird funeral sex thing and I couldn't look past it.
I'm sorry. I'm an older person now. I'm 21, and I've learned my lesson. I promise. But I don't know. You look at Jysen and you have such a weird domination thing going on. I mean, the way you guys bound off each other and your weird, dominating, sexy ways.
I'm back with your grass wine, my love.
Okay, now throw it on the floor and get me some more,
Whoa.
Jysen.
Oh, yes, but only if you spank me on the bottom like a naughty boy that I am.
Oh no, I've seen this before. This is where you sing your sexy duet, isn't it?
That is correct.
If the queen wills it.
I do.
So sexy.
Everybody likes a woman who knows her mind. Everybody likes a woman who's firm but kind. Everybody knows that that's how it goes. And everybody knows that's how it goes.
Yeah, I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm feeling very naughty. Yeah, I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm bad. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm feeling very naughty. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm bad.
You're
Oh,
so bad. Everybody likes a girl who knows how to wield a piece of papyrus. Everybody knows that everybody says it isn't high risk. And everybody knows that a lady like me wants to be on top. It's much higher, the higher up.
I'm not the only one who feels this way. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm feeling very naughty. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm bad. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm feeling very naughty. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm bad.
And I look at these two together. Jysen's everything I'm not. I guess I'll never be spanked on Butt's butt.
You think that we're so great? All these slaves don't mind being pipped, because all our lives we're used to being dominated and whipped. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm feeling very naughty. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm bad. I'm bad. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm feeling kinda naughty. I wanna be spanked on the botty, cause I'm bad. One more time. I wanna be spanked on the body, cause I'm feeling kinda naughty. I wanna be spanked on the body, cause I'm bad. Cause I'm bad. Ouch! And with that, all of those slaves who were so used to being dominated, they would have loved the strong leadership of Levi.
Yeah, and they did. And they would have.
They would have in this
hypothetical.
hypothetical.
In this hypothetical that I played out in my mind every night before I go to bed.
I'm glad you've thought about this so much.
So much.
It's so
I'm really
vivid.
glad you asked me about it.
Well,
because
you
if
know.
you didn't, it would have just been bottled up inside of me. But here we go. I'm telling you the full story that I dream up every night before I go to bed.
I must admit, I was very jealous when you became Pharaoh, but you seem okay.
Oh, you could have been. You could have been Pharaoh
Really?
if I just had
Me?
that day off.
But I sound like I was just a puppet in this story.
Well, you did become Pharaoh for a time.
Whoa.
Time.
Everybody, dance now.
Dun,
Dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
Everybody. And then you say, yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
More like a, yeah. Everybody.
Yeah.
Look, Pharaoh, we've been doing this for 3 days now, and not a lot is getting done.
Rock your body now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just with Queen Levi amongst the people giving alms to the poor and feeding all. I'm in need of an advisor. If only I had my trusty pencil holder handy. Wait, you groveling slave on the floor.
Yes.
Can you hear me down there? Come up a little bit.
Hang on, I'll come up to your level.
Okay, hello. Is that you? Under all that dirt and sadness and tears and slight arousal? Why are you always sad and horny at the same time?
They're connected intrinsically for me, but
You've never got over it since that day. that you
I haven't.
invited my lovely wife, who's...
to my dad's funeral.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I'm here. If you need my advice, I'm bound to do what you ask as a peasant.
Well, please. I mean, you and I look really quite alike. Here, if I give you this, here, my Pharaoh hat, and
Wow.
swinky swink doink doink, if I give you my Pharaoh vest, and this is gonna be awkward, but you're gonna see my red spanked body.
I gotta
when
wear your Pharaoh
my
underwear.
arseless chaps, my arseless Pharaoh chaps. Here you are, shrink. See my red body. Yours is so normal colored. There's not a hint of red. You've never been spanked.
I've never been spanked in my life.
You are a born ruler.
Me?
Yes. Like a pencil and a ruler. You were always so straight at holding the pencil. You could lead these people.
I could.
You could end this tyrannical reign of my wife. Cut feminism down in its prime. Here back in ancient Egypt. You are the one who could make a change. Make these people who are so deranged change their ways. Put off feminism for another 40,000 days. Or years.
Years even. Look, I'm so angry at the world because I didn't get the girl. So I'm gonna make it worse.
The man has a plan and he'll demand what he can. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand what he can. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. You've got what it takes by the virtue of your sex. You are going to be the best. You can earn all their respect.
Yeah, I'm going out, taking what I want for me. I'm gonna change the course of history. I'm gonna be the worst that I can be. Gonna take all the people and shove them under my heel.
Yes, the man has a plan and he can make demands. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. Yes, the man has a plan,
The man
and he
is me.
can make demands.
And
Yes, the
history
man has a plan,
I'll
he'll
take
demand.
over.
Yes, the man has a plan, he can put this to an end. Yes, the man has a plan to crush feminism.
Yes, I'm gonna go out and push down every boy and girl, not just here in Egypt, but in the whole world.
Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand what he can. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand what he can. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. And the people will know just who they can thank. No more will a woman give their body a spank.
Yeah, no more will we be dominated. Now from now on we're gonna be on top.
Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand what he can. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. Sing it, men of Egypt. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand what he can. Yes, the man has a plan, he'll demand. He'll demand.
So yeah, pretty much I'd be a real bad person.
Thank God that you weren't. That
Whoa.
sounds horrific.
And now we've got equality all over Egypt.
Ancient Egypt, as
Ancient
we
Egypt.
call it.
Famously equal all around, and basically because I had the great potential to be a jerk from the time I was a teenager,
Look,
and I'm not. I ended up not being one.
King Butt,
Mostly because of the influence of my lovely wife.
I hate to be insubordinate.
Yeah.
And I know that I've coveted your throne for many years. In fact, it was probably going to be mine if you hadn't gone the way you
Well,
had.
it would have been temporarily,
But,
and then you would have given it to me.
But can I suggest that you abdicate?
What do you mean? Why?
I think it's time you gave your throne up to someone more powerful than you.
You mean
Not me.
my wife?
Yes.
Well, of course, it makes sense. I mean, we got here together, and
and you're the king. But we need a new Pharaoh in town. One who will never leave us alone. How about it?
My darling,
Yes?
everything you've done has gotten us here.
I'll go lower in your company so I don't have to.
Everything you've done has gotten us here, and
I'm just gonna
Really,
leave.
I couldn't have done this
I'm just gonna
without
leave the room.
and the more I dwell on this every night. Oh wait, sorry. He left the room. He's not down low anymore.
Okay, sorry.
I realize as I dwell upon this before I sleep every night that if you weren't there in my life supporting me and loving me, I'd be a terrible person. And so what it comes down to is you deserve to be Pharaoh. You deserve to be in charge. You are the great person, not me. I'm only great because of you.
But I'm only great because of you.
I hate to intrude. I was listening from outside, but perhaps we don't need just one Pharaoh. Perhaps we can have a Shar-oing. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing for two. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you.
Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing for two. 'Cause Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you.
It's a perfect solution. This is gonna cause a brand new revolution. Equality like you've never seen in Egypt for you and me.
And everybody's gonna say, hey, things got a little Pharaoh today. Hey, for everybody's gonna pay less tax because we sharing everything. Yes,
Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing for two.
Yeah, Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you. For two, sorry. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you. Oh, I can't believe how in sync we all are. Maybe we shouldn't just be pharaohs, but be a whole democracy.
I can't believe that you would give away the number one numeral and share it with your wife because you miss going to your daddy's funeral.
Because Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing with you. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing for two. Shar-oing is Care-oing and Pharaoh-ing for you. With you. With you. And there it is.
The musical that broke Morgan's brain.
I once was an ant. We didn't. I bet you didn't imagine it was going to be a weird sliding doors time jumping moment of a musical.
Ancient Egypt's Venice. There's a little bit of there was a lot of edits in this pod. It was a lot of fun. But if you want to get on board the Patreon, you can hear Morgan's brain break.
I literally forgot we were doing a musical for the first 14 minutes.
What I really love is like the historical accuracy of this podcast. Like I feel like
Yeah.
it's incredibly close to real Egyptian
Well,
history.
we all know so much about Egypt,
Yeah.
including the gods.
yeah.
Anubis,
Anubis.
Ra, Amun-Ra, Horus. I can do it now.
Very good.
I think that I found it really. I got, like, what did they drink back then? I'm like grass wine.
I think they actually drank beer, didn't they?
beer, right?
I think there was like a wheat, like it was like liquid bread, like
Like
not
beer.
meaty.
like they used to feed. Well, I don't know.
Means honey.
Okay, yeasty. Oh, is it? Well, no, bees, queen bees,
Maybe.
queen ants.
I don't know.
Maybe
if
they
you
know.
know what ancient Egyptians used to get drunk
Yeah.
off,
Those are
send us.
Please, any
Please
Egyptologists.
comment on anything we got, or you can join our super secret fan club. Shh. to join on there and let us know, because we don't.
Maybe
But
also,
anyway.
tell your friends about the
Yeah,
pod.
you can tell your friends about the podcast, get them all on board, share a 5-star review, because at the end of the day, podcasting is all about sharing.
Sure
And
is.
you know what?
What, Morgan?
Shar-oing is care-oing and Pharaoh-ing for two.
Nailed it.
Shar-oing is care